Good morning and welcome to day 4 of the adventure. We are just outside of Mount Laguna. We're going to head back into town, resupply, and then head to Julian in about 2.5 days. So we got to get about 2 days worth of food and then head off. We're going to do about 13.3, maybe 14.7, depending on how we feel. It's going to be another beautiful day. It's going to be on warmer side, and the terrain is going to be not as much climbing as it was yesterday. Yesterday was a butt kicker. We did 13.7 trail miles. No, I'm sorry, 15.7 trail miles, and but I ended up doing 18.5 because of excursion down to Sibbets Flat for water, pit toilet, and lunch, and then trying to find a place to stay. It was booked up here in Mount Laguna. The campsite that normally PCT hikers stay at is closed because they have several trees that they're cutting down. Should be open in about a week. At least that's what the caretaker tells us. So today's another great day. We have to be careful of water. It sounds like this section's a little dry, so we did see that there's a spigot about 7.7 miles up. So we're gonna carry at least 2 liters to get to that, and then camel up there, and then carry more for our final stretch of the day.
There's like a lake right over there.
Oh, well, yeah.
Wow.
This is gorgeous. Camera doesn't do it justice. We're in this pine forest, but I have a feeling we're going to be popping out of it. And we'll probably go back and forth in it and out of it most of the day. We'll find out. So if you're new to my channel, just to give you a little briefing on me, I'm originally from New Hampshire, moved to Colorado back in 1990, married my high school sweetheart, Teresa. We call her the front office, or Mother Teresa. She's a wonderful mother, quite the organized, planful, works extremely hard. No one can output her production. She's incredible. She's also a wonderful nurse, and I just found that out last year. And then I have 3 wonderful boys. The oldest, Kyle, he is a civil engineer. He owns his own company, just got married, has a wonderful wife who we are so tickled pink about. And then my middle son, Trevor, he's a mechanical engineer, works for Lockheed Martin, and he just got engaged, and we are so excited about that also. So, pretty happy there. And then we have Brandon, who's in grad school up in Boulder at Naropa University. He's studying a master's in psychology with an emphasis on outdoor therapy. So he's loving his program. We're proud of him. And he's got a wonderful girlfriend too. So that's a little about the family life. And then I worked for Charles Schwab for over 20 years. Retired in 2020 on April Fool's Day. I'm sorry, 2022 on April Fool's Day. Thought that was apropos, and started hiking the Appalachian Trail on April 5th. and I completed it on August 23rd. So that was a wonderful experience. It was a childhood dream of mine, and just lived up to all the expectations. And then I had a permit last year to hike the PCT, and unfortunately I had to give back my permit because I was diagnosed with squamous cell cancer in my lymph nodes and also on my tongue. And so I went through the cancer treatment, lost about 45 pounds, and will struggle with a few things from the consequences of both the radiation and the chemo. The biggest thing for this trail on what I struggle with is I have dry mouth. So a lot of times I'll be chewing gum like I am now, just to keep the mouth wet. I have to really concentrate on where the next water source is. And then I also have to wear this sun umbrella because the radiation was on my neck. And if it gets exposed to the sun rays, it can, one, of course, burn it, but two, I can get radiation recall, which would make me exhausted. I'm going to put my sun hoodie up after this video because I've shifted my direction and sun's barely hitting it. But I do have sunscreen on. I think that's enough. I think we're going to be getting back into the desert. That looks hot. It also looks beautiful. We're going to be on this ridge for a little bit and then gradually going downhill. And then here is Papa Razzi. Yeah. And then up there's George. And Paul's pulling up the rear. He'll be here in no time. We hike from one water source to the next. Got to fill up here. I think our next water source is like at least 4 miles away. This is just beautiful. The color contrast with the green and then the dryness down there and those colors down there, beautiful. It is gorgeous out here. I am having a blast. Love it. And that's where we came from. Trail crew's been out here cutting some of the brush, just making this trail very nice. It's wide, open. Makes it easier to hike in. Thank you, trail crews. You guys are awesome.
The top, but the water coming out of the tap
Looks good.
looks good.
So this is how we filter. We get put the water in our dirty bags, and then we use the filters to put it into our clean bottles. George is demonstrating. He's a paid professional. He's like a model. When I saw this on other videos, I was wondering what this area was like. Now I know that this used to be an old road, and you know, they made the highway better, and so this has been abandoned. I'm not sure how long, but kind of cool to see. It's like a garden, and this view that we have. Wind's picking up. We're hoping the wind dies down because where we're camping tonight is exposed, and if it's windy, it'll be kind of miserable up there. So let's hope it's not too windy. And then here's more of the memorial that you see on other channels, and we'll bring you up and let you look at it. Plaques all throughout this area. But there is a nice view for it. So at the last water source, I cameled up. I'm carrying 3 liters of water because we have 9.8 miles to the next water source. And then we're actually going to be dry camping tonight. So we needed a little extra. While I was at the last water source, there was a picnic table, pit toilet, and I took my shoes off, dried out my feet. They feel great right now. Note to self, dry your feet out, take your shoes off, and enjoy. Scenery out here is unbelievable. I am so freaking blown away by this. So I'm boiling water, and then that water I'll pour into this mountain house container, which I have ramen in. And so I always reuse my mountain house containers because I only cook water in my stove, and it's ready. All right, recap, did 13.3 miles today out of Mount Laguna, and as you can tell, we have a beautiful sunset. We're going to be doing a little cowboy camping. That's the first time on this trail we're doing that, and it's a little breezy, but we didn't have much room, so we couldn't put our tents up. That's why we're choosing to do cowboy camping. We're going to bundle up and brave the conditions. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.